Welcome back to Borderlands 2. This is episode number 2. A lot of twos today. It is not a Tuesday, if only it was. Hey, speaking of Tuesdays, Taco Tuesdays, one of my favorite things. Especially if you go to the brew house. If you're a Canadian, there's this lounge bar. It's called the Canadian Brew House. And basically you can go there and you can get some delicious food. And like they have such good drinks, like such good mixtures, like great cocktails and stuff. Always, good beer on tap. I highly recommend you go to a Canadian brew house if you're like in the States and you're by the border and you cross like into Canada regularly, or maybe you've wanted to. That's definitely a reason for you too. They even have a challenge where you I think it's like $35 or something like that, and you get a like this big patty and then like a pound or two of poutine, or maybe it's like 3 pounds. I don't remember, but it's something bananas anyways. And they like set off an alarm and everything and announce it to everyone in the bar. And yeah, you get a bunch of attention you don't want, but you get to have a fun little food challenge, which is great. And they also have a drink thing called the Inception. It's like a shot and a shot and a shot and a shot, you know what I mean? So basically you down this as quickly as you can, and people do it in like 10 seconds. Like it's just like a couple of shots and then some beer at the bottom and whatever. Anyways, it's really cool to watch it all fall. It's really cool. Canadian Brewhouse, you gotta check it out. And no, this is not paid advertising. That'd be pretty cool if it was, but I'm a nobody YouTuber and that's alright. That's okay. I can't wait to get this wintry start out of the way. I'm not a fan of it, I must say. It's not my favorite.
Stronghold of the resistance. Pandora as you knew it, the chaos, the bandits. That time has passed. If you let it, this could be an era of order. Roland, is that you?
I don't trust you, handsome Jack, you butthead. I ain't listening to your lies, Poppy, let me tell ya. But hey, at least we're finally in Sanctuary, so that's pretty cool. Probably gonna have to do a whole bunch of BS introductions and whatnot, so prepare for that. But other than that, hey, we're finally here. The winter stupid start is out of the way. Easily, like, the slowest start to any of the Borderlands games. Like, I prefer the pre-sequel one over this one, personally. And, that says a lot. Pre-sequel's great, but, it's not the best.
Well done. It'll be nice to see a friendly face when I'm burning that place to the ground.
Oh, chapter 5. Wow, already. I think there's, 19 chapters? 18? Something like that. Whatever. I think it's called The Hand of God or something. Whatever the last one is. But I think there's, 20 or less chapters. Nothing crazy anyways. The story has a decent length to it, but, you can skim through a good chunk of it. You can also run past most of the enemies for a good part of it, too, so you don't really have to be super high level to get through it, especially if you got, Boar with 0 or something. You can blaze through it at an under-leveled level, It's pretty cool.
Oh, crap. Is it Hyperion? I heard all of you were robots and you eat metal out the garbage and stuff. Knew you wired death machines would come for me once Roland went missing. Now, if you're here to kill me, you should probably know. You'll never take me alive, you robotic son bitch!
Hey, what's up, Scooter? I wonder how he got that name, Maybe he earned that nickname. He had all the ladies on his scooter, Maybe he was taking them for rides around the park, behind the Burger Shack, behind the Dairy Queen, pulling a Smoky for some Dairy Queen coupons, I bet Scooter's greasy enough to do that. I bet he would.
Don't worry. Nobody's gonna turn you. Roland said we gotta have an exit strategy just in case he ever disappears.
Of how they're just on one active comms channel all at the same time, and Scooter's just nah, Roland, you're done talking, buddy. I need to get my redneck hillbilly suggestions in there, let me tell you. Isn't there something to do with this Johnny Waffles guy? You have to get a weapon from him or something? Kind of sucks. I think that he has random spawn chances or different places, something like that, but at the moment I'm not able to get anything, so hey, what can you do, Randy? Oh, hey, time to change up. Alright, now that we look like a droid from Star Wars, time to continue our mission. You found a quick change machine. Alright, I don't need the info, brother. Oh, what's up, Fap Trap? That's what they should have named him, Fap Trap. Yeah! To be fair, I don't know if you can do that, but hey. Can you give me something, sir? No, still? I wonder if you have to be at a certain point in the game to get anything from Johnny Waffles.
Just buy something and I'll toss in this crap. Only accept iridium. Cash is for clowns, boy.
Why did Crazy Earl not get more lines? Cash is for clowns, boy. That kind of funny accent, the way he said that kind of thing. I feel like his character could have been more involved in the story. Just, could have been good humor at times. Could have been incorporated more instead of just, the intro. And then you do, like, to be fair, you go and see him on a regular basis, I guess, you know, using iridium upgrades, but he doesn't really, doesn't have anything to do with anything else. I think that that's kind of a missed opportunity, in my opinion.
Now that you're here, I know we're gonna beat Hyperion.
Well, I'm glad somebody has faith in me, unlike my parents, but hey, that's all right. When you're a disappointment, you just gotta accept it and move on, brother. That's the way she goes. That's the way she goes. Ray LaFleur, he knows what's up.
I'm starving. I want to eat your babies. Son, this might sting a bit.
Hey, what's up, Dr. Zed? What's going on, buddy? It's Dr. Zed, right? Oh, okay. I thought it was Dr. Ned for a second there. Maybe I'm just, what's the word? Dyslexic. You mix up your letters. Honestly, I think I am, you know. I write words twice a lot. You know, I find that I skip over things or lines. And anyways, you know, I'm a strong reader, don't get me wrong. But I'm definitely a little arty as well. A little hardy har, you know. I'm a little goofy in the brain, I would say. Insane in the membrane, but that's all right. What can you do? Hey, speaking of being insane in the membrane, if you have not heard the song Insane by Eminem, you should check it out. It's pretty crazy, pretty wild, I must say. Definitely a something you want to listen to with your parents not in the room, preferably, in my opinion. That would be probably the best way to go about it. But hey, you do you. But anyways, sorry, I was just chilling, and I hit the little, you know, the little Dabberino pen, the Benjamin, and I was listening to that song, and it kind of put it on my mind, and now I'm, you know, giving my thinks and thoughts to you. My brain departments and compartments are working together, you know. Anyways, enough of this nonsense and Trailer Park nonsense. I love Trailer Park Boys, by the way. Also, Tannis, you nerd. Can't believe we didn't find out that she's a siren in this game at all. Sorry if you didn't play the third one yet, and that was a spoiler for you, but hey, it's been out forever, so it's your own fault. Anyways, yeah, she's a siren, which is crazy. I don't know how many exist at this time, but I think there can only be like 3 in the universe or something like that. Maybe it's 5 or 10. I don't remember anymore. But yeah, anyways, in Borderlands 3, which we're going to play after this, I think. And then I think I'll do like the remastered version of Borderlands 1. And then I'll do the pre-sequel. I think that's probably the best order to go about it. But yeah, looking forward to Crom's Canyon in Borderlands 1. That'll be fun. Do you guys remember like going to like liquidation stores as a kid, right? And then you'd get like cheap chocolate and pop and toys. And, you know, you'd go for daily trips or whatever. You know, it wasn't like crazy expensive or anything, but I was also very privileged to have, you know, been able to have had that opportunity as a kid, which is pretty neat, you know. Still grew up kind of poor, but hey, what can you do? Everybody, you know, especially young 20s, parents, people, you know what, regardless of your age, everybody's struggling, especially nowadays. So, you know what? I don't even think I'm going to bother fighting like anything here, including the stuff in the caves, as much as it would be a couple levels. All right, well, that guy's, he's committed to him. He don't care about me. He must have ate his cereal, or, you know, maybe he forgot to give him his daily ration of a little circle jerkle, and, you know, whatever the case may be. Who knows? Blister Pus Camp. That sounds disgusting, bro. That sounds nasty. I never really noticed that before. That's gross. Anyways, I'm not going to fight any of this nonsense. The levels would be cool. I'm sure you level up like 2-3 times at least fighting everything in here. My God, I would hope so. But I'm going to opt to just kind of run past everything because I think we can make it. And if I do get in a bind, you know, I can always use my deception, which is great. I love that for Zero, you know. Similar to the Siren in Borderlands 1, you know, you can kind of just run past everything in a way, give you an opportunity to get away, basically. Which is great. So, yeah, anyways, we're going to just continue getting through here. So far, gravy. You know, not really having a problem at all getting through here like gravy on potatoes. Speaking of, I've always wanted to do that thing where you see people on like TikTok or Facebook, Twitter, anyways. You see, I like the Jurassic Park movies, and, you know, I figured that... What is this? Oh, jeez. That guy hits like a truck. Anyways, what I was about to say is I want to make, like, mashed potatoes, right? But then you, like, boil some broccoli. I'd probably steam it. I like steamed broccoli, personally. I love broccoli, by the way. And then you get you some, like, dino nuggies, and you get you some gravy. And you make you, like, a little mashed potato gravy, like, little dinosaur display. You know, broccolis are the trees, you know. Whether you want to give it to your kids or, you know, just, you know, have some fun adult childhood, you know, I would eat that. I'd be ecstatic if someone put that in front of me. I'd be like, heck yeah, Dino Nuggies #1, fantastic, you know, fan favorite from childhood. Come on now. And then also, who doesn't like gravy and mashed potatoes and broccoli? And you know what? If you can't eat that, I'm terribly sorry. Whatever you can eat, I hope and I'm sure it is just as delicious. Man, these fires are spicy. I keep hitting every single one because I'm stupid. But that's all right. What can you do? At least I can admit it, you know. I'm not, you know, I got nothing to hide. I'm just chilling. Oh, jeez. Am I gonna get down from this? Oh my goodness, I was gonna say I would just have to walk over here. I think we got a little checkpoint not super far back, but
Sound of those earth
ugh.
marks my drill's getting closer and closer to the vault. That's the sound of progress, baby.
Was both of them talking at the same time like really confusing for you guys as well? Like that sounded schizophrenic, both the voices talking like that at the same time. That sounded crazy. That sounded kind of scary, not gonna lie. Hard to understand. There's the fire hawk. I wonder if you get the XP if you kill these guys before Lilith comes and saves the day here.
Sup?
I've fallen and I can't get up. Those commercials are hilarious, by the way. I guess you can't really method act that one, you know. I feel like you'd have to be in like genuine pain, you know, or discomfortable, or, you know, I feel like falling and shattering your hip, that'd give you the, I mean, if they're willing to have the insurance cover it, hey, and, you know, you get a convincing and solid commercial, do you think that's worth it? You know, is that worth the ache? You know, what if you were offered 25 grand to shatter your pelvis on one side? Is that enough money to shatter your pelvis? Can that be fixed? You know what? Let me make it at least,
That's the stuff. Give it here.
you know what? It gotta be at least, let's go 100 grand, and then I'll let it happen. If they can fix it or give me a metal hip or something, or whatever the case may be, I don't know what it's called, medically or professionally, then I would be okay with that. That wouldn't be so bad, you know? I mean, a lot of people have titanium jaws and knuckles and stuff. Speaking of, I have a misfortune, let me tell you, my right hand.
Bloodshot's grabbed him.
So, one night, I was having some drinks with some friends, being dumb, you know, I was, what? I want to say like 19 at the time, give or take, 19, 20. And at that time, you know, I was drinking a lot and just being stupid overall, you know, just being a young guy blowing through his money, being reckless, I would say, right? Anyways, me and my friends started playing this game called Shot for Shot. Bro, am I seriously not going to get up here? She can't res? Oh, that's only like the Borderlands 3 feature, isn't it? But anyways, back to my right hand. We were playing a game called Shot for Shot, or basically you take turns punching each other in the arm, you know, because you don't want to deck your buddy in the head constantly and, you know, cause some brain damage or anything. You know, you don't want to be too crazy when you're doing stuff at home. If you're going to be dumb, you got to be tough, but, you know, not stupid enough to die, ideally. But anyways, basically, we were punching, me and my buddy, back and forth, just, there's no quit in us, you know, just punch, over and over and over again. And then after that, basically, you know, it was just, you know, basically what ended up happening was I punched him once, and I felt a sharp pain, like, shoot through my hand immediately. It was like this, like, intense, like sharp, but, like, almost shattering pain. It, like, kind of scattered through my hand. It was really strange. And I was like, okay, maybe I just punched him funny. So my being, you know, my poor decision-making at the time, my poor judgment, unfortunately, I decided to punch him again. So I punched him again, and I broke my knuckle, unfortunately. I got what's called boxer's knuckle. You see, at the time, I didn't realize that it was my actual knuckle at a place. I thought it was just so swollen up around there. And that's why there was a bump, like, a little bit in the farther back of my hand. Like, if I make a fist, the knuckle, like, the bump is physically missing. Like, it's pushed back in my hand. Like, you can see and feel the bump. It's crazy. It's really weird. I just never got it fixed, and it's been like 7 years now. So, I mean, you know, I went to the doctor, and I was like, what can I do about this? And they told me that basically, like, I can just leave it. Like, it doesn't cause me any problems. I have no limits, no restrictions, you know. It doesn't limit me in any way yet, but basically they said, you know, I might just get like some arthritis later on, you know, in there. Understandably, you know, the things aren't in place properly, so hey, what can you do? Hoo, shoo, shiroo, hoopity hoo, kangaroo. Anyways, so that was what they said. Or what I could do is get my hand cut open on both sides, the front and the back, and then they grab the knuckle and they pull it back into place, however they do it, I don't know, medically, whatever. And then basically they like seal it up with titanium and shit to hold it. So I'd have like an iron, well, literally a titanium fist, steel fist, iron, whatever the case is, you know, that would make that, like, make your hand so much more lethal. But I wonder if you'd also be a lot more susceptible to breaking it again, you know? I kind of wonder if that's like a double-edged sword in that sense about that. I've never really thought about it. Also, really lame loot midget, didn't get anything. Imagine if we got a ledge, but I suppose, like, Borderlands 2 loot pool, like, you have to farm constantly for legendaries. They're not quite given, so, you know, not quite the luxury of Borderlands 3 where you're getting legendaries left, right, and center. But yeah, so basically I live with the messed up right hand forever, pretty much, and go from there.
Thanks to this iridium stuff. No idea why. Now, let's talk about rescuing my boyfriend.
Oh, you got a boyfriend? All right, mission over, abort, veto, 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 veto. Let's get out, back out of the lobby, skip this map, not happening. No tap, no touch, no fun, no hutch. What can you do? All right, well, all right, you know what? That's fine. You're taken. I will respect it, I suppose. What can I do except not impose, of course. But anyways, back to my knuckle here. Basically, I went and got x-rays, and the bone, like my actual like finger bone, broke too. And it didn't heal straight. It actually healed like on top of the bone. So it's like even more elevated a bit. So it like broke and healed on top and fused together. It's like it fixed itself. You know, bones do that. But yeah, in the x-ray, I didn't see any like shattered pieces or anything, like no little specks. Nothing that feels gritty under the skin or anything, you know. It's just the one big knuckle chunk just got pushed back, and I guess it was a clean break in the finger, and yeah, unfortunate, but hey, what can you do? This is also one of my least favorite missions in this game, having to go and track down the 5 vehicles that seem like they don't spawn forever. You have to go and get like the bandit vehicle, and oh my goodness, trying to find them in the desert sometimes is just an absolute nightmare, but hey, what can you do? I just want to make sure that this is where I go. I'm pretty sure this is the way we have to go, but I want to make sure before I'm dumb and go the wrong way, as, you know, I probably would. I like that. That was funny. Kind of reminded me of Elvis Presley in a way. It said, in the subtitles, but it was more of a, brother. There's a difference. Anyways, into the dust we go here. Once it decides to load, because it's taking 5 ever. Oh, there we go. Now I'm feeling bonita. So basically, in this part, you have to go and talk to Ellie, be a little introduction from her, and then after that, you have to go and destroy 5 bandit vehicles, which, as I mentioned, sometimes, you know, there's a pain. There's a big marker on your maps you can see, but yeah, it's just an annoying quest, in my opinion.
Sorry, what was that? We gotta speak up. That was awesome.
You know, Ellie seems like the fun aunt, you know, the one you always want to have around at Christmas or Thanksgiving dinner, you know, the one that's always going to make things more eventful and spice things up and has all the good stories, you know. Me personally, I don't have that in my immediate circle per se, but hey, you know what? I think it's pretty cool for those of you that do, those cool aunties, man. Those real deadly aunties, you know? You can't go wrong with them, let me tell you.
Got your car ready over there.
Is that considered ready? Oh, you just got to do a couple things, like install all of the parts you need to drive the vehicle. All right, that's nice.
Now that looks like the car of a psycho murderer. I'm digging it.
Wow, she's kinky, you hear that? She's digging it. She's into the psycho stuff, you know, the whole break into the house while she's in the shower bit, you know. Obviously, you know, pre-discussed and, you know, with your partner, not just, let's hold up a minute, we're not just going in random people's houses and attacking them in the shower, all right? It is a nice act some partners do when a man and a woman or a creature and a creature feel a particular way, like Shrek and Fiona, and then you have a bunch of little ogres on the way. Speaking of being on the way, I have a pizza in the oven. It's cheese pizza. Here in Canada at Superstore, you can get this box. It used to be 4 for 10 pizzas, okay? They're like little 10-inch pizzas, or maybe 12. Anyways, they're little, maybe 10. Anyways, they're little personal pizzas, and it comes with 4 of them. It's 4 personal pizzas for just $12.50. It used to be 4 for 10, and then, you know, they raised minimum wage to $15 an hour, and then prices went up, like, oh man, once minimum wage went up, so did everything else. Like, there wasn't even a point in raising it if everything else is just going to get more expensive. It's ridiculous. Example, used to be able to get a bottle of vodka for $20. Now you got to pay like $25, $30.
I'll survive. You won't.
It would have been a unique opportunity to put some Christmas lights around him, having it said, given it said his merry midgets, you know? I feel like some Christmas lights there would have been a nice touch. Wow, those firework grenades are crazy. Like, I'm pretty under level too. I was just going to use the car and get them, but I think this is the play right here. Yeah, firework grenades, oh, absolutely insane. Like, if you're using any other grenade, like maybe you got the fastball from Boom Boom or something, which, great, alternative. But otherwise, the firework grenade, great. But it is, you know, it's kind of a double-edged sword. You know, it will eliminate you pretty quick and simply. Using it indoors is a very bad idea, but it'll wipe everything in the room. You'll have a clean slate pretty much. It's definitely very useful. But hey, here we are getting into the Bloodshot Stronghold, so that's pretty cool. And I think we're going to end today's episode there. We will continue within the next couple of days here. I'm going to do a Hogwarts Legacy video next, of course. Then Borderlands will continue. Might be able to do it even tonight. I'll see what I can do. I might just hammer it, maybe. But anyways, having that said, we're going to get into this in the next episode where we go and rescue Roland and continue with the story of Borderlands 2. Thank you for joining me along the way, and I look forward to having you for the whole journey.
Make sure nothing happens to Roland.
I mean, hey, if something does happen to Roland, then hey, we could be her boyfriend, and then we know she kinky. Hey, let's find out in the next episode. We're going to see. Maybe we'll be a homewrecker.